There is one thing you should be stopping doing right now while speaking with stakeholders and non-technical people in the company. What it is? It's what we love the most. Talking technical, using jargon, and speaking code with them. Hey, my name is Darius of devconfidel.com, and today we will talk about better ways of communicating with non-technical people. As we do this every day, we speak with departments we build software for. It can be clients we build software for. And every single person we speak with who is using our software, besides rare cases where you're creating software for the engineers, besides that, nobody else will know what are the technical terms we are using communicating between each other. They won't know what service is, what Kafka is, what is asynchronous, what is synchronous, and why it has to be REST API. They'll have no clue what you're talking about. And I've seen it happening over and over again, where people are trying to express their ideas, their solutions, using very technical language. But it is the same barrier as speaking with someone from different culture. There is no good and bad, it's just different. I can start speaking in Polish right now, and you'll probably don't know, or there'll be rare occasion when some of the viewers will know Polish and be able to understand me. The same rule applies in the domain knowledges. Your domain knowledge is engineering, and their domain knowledge is, let's say, finance, for this example. The finance person may have some technical knowledge about engineering if they work with data. They probably know about databases, but they don't know what is data pipeline, what is Spark, or what microservices are needed to achieve their goal. On the other hand, you know all of those things, but you don't know the finance domain. And software is born from combining those two perspectives into working applications. So, as an engineer, you have few ways you can improve your communication with stakeholders after stopping talking code with them. First thing is learning how to actively listen to them. As engineers, I found it's way easier for us to understand the domain of our clients than the other way around. And as we are building code, if you follow domain-driven design, we want to build the code as close to the language our clients are using. As I said, our client can be internal department, can be customer in the shop, in the e-commerce website. We want to understand them, learn about what they are doing first before we attempt doing the code. This way, we are making way better guesses about how we need to implement specific services. How it helps as well is to understand the intrinsic problems of the department we are working with. For example, I can recommend you, if you work in finance or like to work with finance on fintech, as an engineer, take accounting course, learn how the books work, double booking system in ledgers. This is important knowledge which will help you 100% understand better what your stakeholders, product leads, product owners expect to be delivered. and you'll become this person who can talk both languages. After some practice, after speaking with different departments for long enough, you will absorb all the knowledge they have about their domains, what they communicate, and you'll be way better suited to translate between business and engineering. Second thing, if you need to do something, if you need to talk about your software, your services, treat them as black boxes. You have input and output. You have incoming request and you have result. Keep the technical details as minimal as possible and speak with people like they would be using some external service. Ask them what is the problem they are solving, what are the input arguments they can present, and what is the output they expect. And leave the implementation detail out of the discussion. This way, you have nice basis which you can talk with people without boring them with details. Leave those details for the next meeting you will have within your team, where you will discuss the implementation details and what services, what protocols should be used. The third one, my favorite, use metaphors. Use metaphors into the topics that everybody can understand. My favorite metaphor is a restaurant where I have burger and I want to sit at the table and order it. Let me run you through the example. I'm entering the restaurant and there will be receptionist at the entrance being in charge of 3 tables. And I will ask her or him, is there a table for 2 people? Or let's make it 4. Table for 4 people, please. And now I need to wait because they need to go inside, check the availability, and they will come back to me with a response, like HTTP. But then they can reply, okay, your table is here, come in. But they may say, sorry, no, we have a table, but it's only for 2 people. 400 bad request. So restaurant is great example where going through easily understandable processes, you can show people how software works. I usually find it important when you talk about asynchronous, because people are used to request response way more than to asynchronous processing and eventual consistency. Then you can say, that's where you order your food and waiter is the Kafka message, which will transport your order on a sheet of paper from the table to the kitchen, where then the cooks will process it and the output will be your food, which then in another waiter will, or maybe the same, will deliver to your table. And that's how asynchronous processing looks like. And you can go on and on, use different contexts. You can probably use sports. Just make sure that the person you're speaking with know the context you are using for your metaphors. And if you combine all 3 of those, you'll be the most beloved person in the business, because you'll be the one developer that everybody can speak with, and you will be able to speak with them at the same level. And on the organizational level, It helps a lot when you can understand other people's problems, because the biggest problem I see in software now is the communication. I hope it was helpful. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.